Hello everyone and welcome back to more When the Night Comes. Yay, we're back for more Ezra routes. Yes, because in the last episode we have started on our journey to going through this story one more time, except this time we're only going to romance Ezra by himself. So we're in the process of going back through the story, kind of like things switch up, but obviously the story plays out the same way. As you can see right now, we're on the chapter. I forgot what chapter this is, but I think it's 5. Yeah, it's 5. We were at the halfway point from in the middle of the story where Aurora obviously shows up very disheveled and very we're worrisome looking because she needs our help because she had an encounter with the monster. After, of course, Ezra walks us back to the wolf lodge, the wolf cabin, the bar. Yes, that's where we're staying. And we had a little good night, a little kiss up from him, and a little moment together, and then that's when she showed up. But that's it. That's basically it. So we're gonna actually skip out on the dialogue. Of course, we here are obviously trying to assess the situation with Aurora, and then I think eventually we take her to. No, we interrogate her basically. We interrogate her a little bit, and then we obviously go to Augustus afterwards, I think, to report to them about our findings with Aurora's, I think. Yes, so that's it. But anyways, I feel like the game is gonna stop me in terms of like the point where we interrogate her because it's only Ezra here this time instead of Ezra and Finn. So yeah, let's see how it plays out. Okay, yes, so immediately, as soon as the initial shock had faded, Ezra is at her side in a flash. So he's going to, of course, be on medic mode and just kind of do a little, like, assess the damages here. So they exchange a look and Aurora nods her permission when his fingertips glow a pale green. Yes, yes. Okay, so who did this to you? Yeah, more like what did this to me, of course. So Aurora hisses when Ezra places his hands upon her bleeding forearm, and he withdraws his touch with a sorry smile. Apologies. She gently swats him away, not entirely ungrateful in his care. It's fine, it's just a scratch. 'Tis but a scratch. Aurora, what happened? Yes. Ezra helps her to the bed, but her legs shaking as she settles upon the mattress. I encountered a little trouble on my evening walk. Trouble, yes. A creature, the one that's been giving you hunters some actual work to do. Yes, the creature? Yes, it wasn't hostile towards me the first time I encountered it, but this time. Yes, it went. First time, let her continue. We were like, what? Well, no, we're gonna actually let her continue. Okay. I did mention how previously in the when we left off in the last episode that I'm probably going to expect this one to be a little bit longer just because I feel like this at this point it's going to be more different in terms of like with Ezra and stuff because he is going to be more like involved instead of just like on the side kind of like romancing a little bit and having only little encounters. But this time, yeah, he's going to be here for the most part, and that makes for the story to switch up dialogues a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna just let her continue. So yes, well, as you can probably tell, we didn't exactly exchange pleasantries. I ignore her, that snide comment answered with silence. I turn to Ezra. We should stay here. It's too public. If anyone reports it to the enforcers, where do you suggest? Aurora perks up, tilting her head. Augustus. Their place. Trouble in paradise? Sneaking around behind your precious puppet master's back, are you, Hunter? Hey, shut up. You should take care to Gus. It won't look suspicious if you do get seen. He's right. It will look like I'm doing the right thing at least. How are we going to get her past all the people downstairs? The look on his face tells me I don't need to worry. Okay, I can help with that. Aww, yay. So cute. Okay, yes, off we go. So after an apparently successful exercise in distraction back in the wolf, I rush Aurora across town to Augus's rather impressive abode without further incident. They stand in the doorway and stare at her with a crinkled nose. So I'd say that it's nice to see you, but can we come in? Yes. I meet their gaze, trying to convey the urgency. Just don't get blood on the sofa, please. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna skip out on this part because of course Ezra is not involved. I will obviously clue you guys back in if anything changes. Skip that on to the next day after Aurora basically gives her little bit of a recap of what happened and how she knows shit's going down in this town. And yeah, and we left August's place, yeah, that night. So here we are, we're in the Ibex this time, and here with our little encounter with Omen. So let's see what's he up to, unless it's all the same. So he slides up the dais and comes down to meet me. I incline my head at him in greeting, but my eyes are on the young woman who looks remarkably like him, remarkably like his choice of glamour, who remains seated. Yeah, so yeah, he's just like, Hannah, I didn't expect you to be here. Oh my god, hello, hello. So she stares back at him. She stares back at me and smiles, bright and soft, and raises her hand in a small wave. Okay. So it is good to see you well, Elaine. So Elaine beams at that, clapping her hands together. Oh, it's good to see you too. I'm sorry the last time we met things were so messy. Okay, so I'm gonna skip a little bit. I feel like it's the same conversation we'll have with those two. Okay, so I need to go find Alker at any rate. Okay, why are we going to find Alker? I have no idea. But anyways, Armor showed up and he's just like, my sister's coming, so I think y'all should just kind of mosey on before she finds out. So, and then, okay, so Omen's like, oh, that would be a good idea. Okay, so make sure he stays out of trouble and all. And not that I say as much, I have a feeling that is the exact thought going through Omen's mind at any rate. The way he tugs pensively at his sleeve. How much of this is practice, I wonder? Human habits, human emotions, human tells. Enough that it seems subconscious by now, or perhaps not. Perhaps they are all real, given how alike Elaine was to him. But the smile Omen gives me is sincere, not the expression on his face, but in the gratitude and friendship I can sense for him. So I hope I'll see you later, Hannah. So I'm sure you will. He hums in agreement, reaches for me as though he wants to put his hand on my shoulder, but seems to think better of it at the last moment and turns into an awkward way before walking away. Okay, so we leave? Yes, we leave. Okay, well, let's go find Alker, I guess. Okay, so there we go. So Alker tilts his head, ears perked. His expression slowly morphs into a grin, if a tired one. Well, you got a warrant? Yes, that's not what guests bring with them on a house visit, Alker. Depends. So I shift, intending to sit, since honestly, I'm not sure if he's going to let me into his house. The moment I start to, however, Alker retreats back into the cave with a beckon. A cave this time? Oh, it's not a little trap. Oh no, it is a trapdoor. So he's already gone, and if I don't follow, the trapdoor is going to fall on my knees, so I hastily follow him down. The latch is a little difficult to work out, but after a moment, I manage to fasten it the way I think it's supposed to be fastened. Okay, so he invites us into his little cozy house underneath a little latch door. So, I think the same conversation is gonna happen here anyway, so I'm gonna skip out on that as well. Okay, so we were talking to Alker, and we basically filled him in on what happened with the hunter guy that he accidentally attacked when he was shifted into his werewolf kind of his wolf mode or something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, how he got his brand basically is how the story is that he attacked a hunter and that's why he got his brand. But it turns out that the hunter that he attacked, it was he was the one who was thrown in jail, and it's almost like the brand thing and the whole incident with Alker was like a cover-up to just have that hunter thrown into jail, as we all know, because that's how they get people. So we tell Alker that our suspicions, and then he's just like, damn, well, that sucks, because I feel kind of used, and it's I feel bad too, because I didn't mean to attack the dude. So it's he's kind of feeling kind of bummed out. And from the history of the conversation that we're going here, so he's upset, visibly upset, that the whole Mark thing was just something that's just it was just a cover-up. And we're just I'm sorry, this shouldn't have happened, they had no right. And then Alker said they don't need rights, they only needed a reason and the upper hand. We had 3 options to choose from. I can't remember the last time what I chose. I remember 3 of them one of them was what's wrong is wrong, the other one was he's right, and the other one was are you always pessimistic. So I swear I chose what's wrong is wrong, because when I went to choose he's right, and it's apparently giving me new dialogue, and the skip button is it's not an option, so I would assume I didn't choose that last time. So let's just go and do those answers as well. I totally forgot that I was also here to do different answers compared to what I did in my first run through. So the bitter pessimism in Alker's words sting. But they sting no worse than the thoughts I myself have had in the past. A reason and the upper hand. That is sometimes all we need as well, isn't it? A weapon, a reason, and the upper hand. And now my weapon feels heavy at my side. Okay, so, and what are you going to do about all this, Hannah? I'll find the truth. That's all I can do, isn't it? No, that is what I must do. Now that we've come to this. Now that we've come this far. Then that's all I ask too. His hand closes around my wrist. I raise my eyes from the floor to look at him, and the sheer intensity with which he stares back at me, the sheer sincerity in his eyes, almost carries the force of a blow. Thank you. Yes. Oh, Alker, I ain't gonna do you wrong. Oh yeah, we're supposed to fucking go to the dungeons. Oh my god, that's what this whole thing was, wasn't it? No, wait, no. I I'm losing track of time in this story right now. No, we already did that. We already did that. We're just going around touching face and basically telling people what we know and shit. Okay, so this is where we find Finnegan, and I'm gonna skip out on that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that since the dynamics of the relationship change, of course our responses and Raven's responses will be a little bit different. So I'm pretty sure she had asked us what we're doing here. So Raven's like, sun's up, can't do much other than annoy Finn, and now you're here to do that, I assume. And we're like, more like work, I suppose. And she snorts again, and it's quickly becoming a familiar sound. He works too much, all of you do. Okay, yes. Okay, let's just go. Okay, Finn. Hello, Finn. I see you still not buttoning up those 3 buttons. Have to have those cleavage out. Afternoon, please come in. Yes. So I eagerly step inside. The candlelight that flickers in his lavish quarters decidedly more inviting than the dank hallways. Jesus. I heard Raven lurking. She didn't bother you, did she? Nah. I shake my head as he moves to lean against his desk. She was fine, if not a little strange. So he tilts his head this way and that, feigning tossing around a deep thought in his mind before grinning. Strange is her specialty. Okay, so we should discuss what Piper and I found down there. Right, we need to, of course. I think this conversation would lead into, I think, I know his old sire, and also Fiero's abilities, I think. I feel like it, yeah, so let's just skip on to that. Okay, so no, we discussed Fiero's abilities, and then we also discussed the rumors about our initiation, basically, and how hunters were created. So we're here, that conversation is done, so you let me know if you need me too, though, right? Right? Yes, yes. He nods, reaching for the door to open it for me. Of course. Now stay safe, won't you? Yes, I will. Just need to see Ezra about our little demon friends. So, well, have fun with that, Hannah, and good luck. Okay. Off we go back to Bay's shop. Yes. Okay. So we can skip out on this. Okay, so I look at him as he processes all of this, his fingers visibly twitching at his side, eyes flicking to the endless rows of books that line his wall. So after we discussed what we talked with Omen and Elaine, they were the one who talked about running away from home and when Omen first came here, and of course that made Ezra piece together how the fact that because Omen is here, he must have torn like the portal from the other world to this world, and that's why all the demons and all the creatures are coming through, and he totally forgot to like kind of make sure it's sealed or it's sealed itself properly, and it didn't. So yeah, he was just like, dang, he was just feeling bad about that because he like totally slipped his mind. But we're like, no, it's fine, like it's okay. So Ezra, I know you can do this. Please don't worry. So yeah, and we also talked about how like we asked him and August to be able to if they can like steal it back up again. Yeah, so he offers me a smile, but it's a sorry thing, timid almost. Yes, well, I'm glad that you have some faith in me at least. I'm just cross with myself. I was the first person Omen found when he arrived. I should have known, yes. I tended to his wounds, saw the markings. I should have asked, checked. Yeah. Markings. I think back to the odd way that Omen rubbed his neck, covered it. Demons from other realms often have a sigil or rune that grants them access to their homes, so it would make sense for him to have one, I suppose. But healed, what extent did Omen go to? You should ask Omen. It isn't my place. Of course, but I think you can give yourself a pass on this one. It isn't exactly common to have our Prince of Hell stumble into your shop, is it? I cross the room and take his hand, the urge to comfort him overwhelming. I tip my chin to catch his gaze, coaxing a small smile. So you're just saying that. No, oh, and why would I do such a thing? I kiss him, I believe it. I gotta kiss him. I know I already did this, but like, I can't help it. I can't when it comes to Ezra. I can't. Like, I have to. No choice. I watch the gentle bob of his throat as he swallows, his lips parted, eyes focused on me, only me. Then he captures my lips with his own, a kiss that assists in answering my own question. That I'd do anything for him, anything to make him happy. His hair is soft when it curls about my fingertips, his skin warm as my thumb brushes over a flushed, freckled cheekbone. Reluctantly, I pull away, resting our foreheads together, looking him in his pretty eyes. Then, as honest as I could ever be, I would never lie to you. Yes, you're brilliant and smart and capable. Yes. Now you're actively trying to deepen my blush, aren't you? Maybe. I place another quick kiss to his lips before I move away, but only a little. No, I just know you can do it, and I'm not just saying it, promise. With a theatrical sigh, Ezra concedes. Very well, I believe you, I suppose. Now, do you want to tell August or shall I? Yes, there we go. Let's go and tell August the great news. Okay, so we're here at Piper's place now. So apparently, yes, we are obviously touching face with everybody. We are saying I had an eventful evening, and she sits a little straighter, eyebrows quirked in interest. So, oh yeah? Yes, with your favorite cultist, actually. So the noise that she makes is interesting. Ugh, her. How awful of you, my sympathy. How awful for you, my sympathies. Rather you than me, though, I suppose. What gives? Oh, you know the usual. Just her making friends with the whole thing terrorizing us. Normal cultist stuff. So she growls, low and deep behind clenched teeth. I wish I could say I'm surprised. Was it at least a productive conversation? Yes, it helped. Which better than nothing, right? So better than nothing. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I assume it's only because there's some like additional dialogues or change up in terms of just like new updates that's like constantly happening, and I just didn't know about it because I never just go back to like playing this. But yeah, we're seeing them now. So okay, we're gonna skip on ahead. Okay, so I accidentally I forgot about this choice here where we can actually mention Fiero's blood to Piper, but we can also have the option of leaving it. I accidentally, of course, mention it because of course, I want to keep people in the know, like, you know, on like naturally. But with this time, we're gonna actually just say leave it, just for the sake of seeing what the other answer will say. So as much as I want to tell her what Finn and I discussed, I can't help but feel like Piper has enough on her mind. Aya, and on top of the fact that she was demoted because she was right. How are you doing after all this? Yes. She huffs a quiet little laugh, shrugging. I don't really know. Before all of this, I was just angry. Angry that I got punished for caring too much, which isn't something I ever really did before. Now I just feel numb. Yes, it's going to be okay, Piper. It has to be. Right, you are. How could it possibly get any fucking worse? I grimace and Piper laughs. Yeah, well, it will. Don't say that. Now we're really fucked. With a groan, I reluctantly tear myself from the comfort of her sofa. Okay, and off we go. Where do we go? Who have we talked to yet? Augustus, I guess? Like, we haven't seen them since last night, so I don't know. I think it counts as a new day, yes? Okay, go. Okay, yes, so... Yes. Okay, so it's the next day, a few weeks or so, I think? A couple of days, actually, because... we needed Ezra and August to work out how to steal the portal again. So we're just here, just thinking about stuff that's transpired throughout the days. So there was also Ezra. Okay, so what was the context? So I hunted nightly, spent time training with Piper, studying with August, and there was also Ezra. Yes, stolen moments with him amongst all the chaos, moments that only solidified my feelings for him. Then a knock at my door one night. Yes, oh, the news I've been waiting for. Yes, this is where they seal the little portal, and then all hell breaks loose, I think. No, we fight the monster. Okay, so let's skip to that. I think last time we are here before the whole final battle, we said we have to end this, or we can say, are we ready? I think I said we have to end this because this is the pinnacle moment where it's like finally the monster has showed up. We need to go catch it now, or else it's just gonna continue, you know, running loose. So yes, we're gonna say, are we ready? Are you ready? Put your hands up. My heart races. This uneven thump rattles my ear. I can't help but feel like we're not ready for this, like we might never be ready. But it's my duty. I look at the townsfolk and see the fear in their eyes, and I know that it's time. We should go. Yes, we've no time to waste. I'll stay here. They're afraid. This is their nightmare. I can at least try to make sure they feel safe. Okay. So I look off into the distance, the forest calling to me. The tips of my fingers tingle, every nerve ending set alight as my adrenaline spikes. Well, I'm the thing that the monsters have nightmares about. Yeah, you show 'em, Hannah. Let's finish this. Yeah, you go, girl. Okay, so here we are. So we head towards the forest, leaving the town in chaos behind us. I stop dead in my tracks as the houses fade out. Something telling me to pause to think. August, you should stay with Piper just in case it. I pause, taking a breath. I can handle this. Yes, so Hunter Lee, I don't doubt that, but I'd hate to leave you alone. I smile at them and they throw me an incredulous look. I won't be alone. Yes, and here comes Ezra! He comes back. They frown, their eyes flickering towards the tree line, and when they relax, I suspect they see exactly what I see. Very well, I'll fall back, keep the townsfolk safe. They reach out and place their hand upon my forearm, squeezing gently. Their eyes are sad, but earnest, proud. Show it no mercy, just as it's shown none to us. I nod, knowing I won't let them down. Any of them. Yes, General. Yes, General. Reluctantly, they turn on their heel, immediately barking orders at a group of enforcers that scurry towards them. Ezra! Yay! Did they see me? They'll kill me, you know? Yes. I smile at him, beyond happy to see him. I think you're safe. I take a deep breath and Ezra steps forward, dipping his chin to catch my averted gaze. What is it? Yes, are you sure? Are you sure you're up to this? That ritual, it must have taken a lot out of you. So he takes my hand, winking coyly and completely avoiding my question. Stop! Kiss him and yes, kiss him. Every chance I get, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Kiss him. I almost can't help myself when he crowds close, as if he knows exactly what he's doing. I curl my fingers against his cheek, delighting in the way his skin turns pink beneath my touch. Our lips meet, quick at first, a mere peck. Then he moves back in, deepening it with fervor. Yes, we hold each other tightly, savoring each other, thinking it could very well be the last time, but not daring to say it out loud. No. I ain't gonna let neither of us die. I'd love to stand here just like this, but as if it hurt him, a sorrowful groan echoes from deep within the forest. Yes, hello. So let's go. We advance, moving as fast as our feet can carry us towards the source of the noise. We skid to a stop in a clearing that's quite clearly been ravaged by the creature, trees splintered, scratched, and the grass charred. Then it lumbers into view, too close to the town for comfort, too alert, and entirely too focused on me. Hello, only me. Hi there, big boy. Ezra's eyes widen as he takes in the sight of the beast, and he swallows thickly when he looks at me. I've got your back. Yes, keep it distracted. Just don't get too close. He nods, and then I watch in awe as Ezra changes. He glows! Yay! If I thought Ezra was magical before, well, the whites of his eyes are swallowed by the brightest, most vivid emerald. Fissures of light appear upon the surface of his skin like vines curling around his fingertips. The air practically hums around him, singing under his command, the thick scent of petrichor permeating my senses. I still don't know what that is. It's enchanting. He's enchanting. His magic lives and breathes, and in this moment, I'm captivated. Give it hell. So I propel myself forward, unafraid, kicking up dirt. And I punch it in the face. I throw back my fist, landing the first hit with a satisfying smack. The impact reverberates through my knuckles, and I reach for my weapon as the creature gathers itself. Ezra and I fall into an easy routine, as if we've been doing this together forever. He covers me, keeping it distracted with a flurry of spells, and I lay into it with every ounce of unbidden power that surges through my body. We violently clash, nothing but a flurry of frenzied movements and strikes. I swing hard at the beast, erring to stick to my typical strategy of attack, not letting the furious tempo of this battle overtake my senses. However, there is method to its madness, and its poise and posture remains, something more than brute strength keeping it steady. When finally one of the attacks connect, the creature lets out a horrific scream, something that could bloody my ears, and it nearly sends me to my knees. I dial back to catch myself, vision blurring. Ezra calls out to me, coaxing me back to the fight as he keeps it at bay, an indecipherable display of power as vines break free from the earth and curl about its feet. It's strong, stronger than we anticipated, and more than that, despite its haggard appearance, it fights like I do. Yes, calculated, precise, calm in a way no creature ever could be or ever has been. It fights like a hunter. I bring my hand to my face as Ezra chants an incantation in a foreign tongue, seeing crimson leaking between my fingers, staining my skin. He calls to me again, frustration marring his words as he struggles to hold it, the creature crushing anything he summons with a heavy foot. I find myself frozen, my breathing heavy, but everything had been laid out before me, and I curse my stupidity for not seeing it sooner. As if the creature has read my thoughts, as if it knows that I figured it out, it gives something of a smile with that grotesque maw. Ew! It lunges, swatting Ezra aside with a startling display of strength, like a mere afterthought, and heads for me, transfixed. I watch as he crumpled against the trunk of the tree, already felled by the creature's hand, his magic flickering and fading. Oh god, its eyes are constant on my form, long, heavy strides gaining quick momentum in my direction. I cannot move, I cannot think. It's all a haze now. The only coherent thought I have is if I'm going to die here, all I can hope is that Ezra makes it out. It draws back its gnarled arm, and I brace for impact. It's too soon for me to steel myself against the assault, and I feel my body shocked with pain. Ow. Somehow I hear a whisper, something gentle and harmonious, yet not quite of this world. I turn my head to see Ezra, his lips moving at a frantic pace, the air around him aglow in a flurry of magic. He looks otherworldly, blinding, every inch of his body screaming power. He's commanding nature, everything around him at his mercy. The display distracts it, and the creature turns to face Ezra with a sorrowful groan. In that moment, there's a clarity in me, my body finally recalling every ounce of training I've had throughout my life, the instinct to survive saturating every nerve. I reach for my weapon despite the numbness of my fingers. I feel stronger, movements more certain, and as I see Ezra draw back, away from its advancing blow, I strike with everything I have. Okay, so I drive my weapon into the back of its neck with a guttural scream. It swats at me blindly like a wild animal trying to shake me off. It stumbles feverishly in random directions, but considerably more sluggish than before. Again, it attempts to remove the thing that will help it meet its maker, but I relent. I hold on, plunging it deeper until I can hear the sickening crack of the bone. The creature's voice is smaller now, shaking and shaking, as if the life from it is finally torn asunder. It halts in its movements until the thing falls to its knees and pounds the dusty earth. I wait and I wait until I'm certain it is no longer. Finally, there's resounding silence, and I catch my breath, try to anyway. Then I feel Ezra's hands upon me, tugging at me to stand. Hana. He holds me tightly, and I steady myself. We did it. Yes, you did it. Well, no, it's a group effort. His magic flickers and fades with a gentle hum, and Ezra settles back into his normal state. I reach out and hold his face in my hands, still in awe of him, of his strength. Kiss him again! We do a lot of kissing in this, huh? Let's do this. Man, I've been through hell and back. I deserve a kiss. Yes. As if we're both thinking the same, wanting the same, we meet in the middle with a melding of lips. Feeling him warm, safe, alive against me is more than a relief. It's a revelation. He smiles against my mouth, and we pull away, forehead pressed to forehead. You're amazing, Ezra. You make me strong. Oh, and I'm gonna pass out now. Ow. Hana? Yes, bye. Let me see. We did it. Yes. Hana? Yes. Then I black out. Everything goes black because I'm losing too much blood. Anyways, chapter 7! Yay! A little death. Hunter, yes. What? Who's here? Hunter, snap out of it. I coax myself out of my little daze, finding kind blue eyes staring at me. Unamused kind blue eyes, huh? Oh yes, this is our flashback. Okay, we're gonna skip on this, okay? Okay, so we're back from the what's the afterlife? No, not really the afterlife. More like limbo, where we were talking to James, and we see the initiation and how how we came about to be. So, and we're here again. So I'm pretty sure this is Ezra just bringing us back to life. So I hear a quiet hum, a song that lulls me back into the waking world with a smile upon my face. Oh, hello. Oh, we're in his room. When I open my eyes, I'm met with the sight of an ethereal warm glow, a shelf filled with plants and succulents, golden mage lights nestled amongst them. I know exactly where I am, and I couldn't possibly ask for a better place to wake up in. I hear a lazy meow, and when I turn my head upon the downy pillow, I see a familiar white cat staring at me with knowing eyes. Hello, Coco. I hear a laugh, a delightful musical noise, and she peeps at me, stretching as she yawns. Coco, please. I carefully pull myself up, resting back against the wall, and Ezra sets his book aside, where he'd been curled up in a cozy-looking chair in the corner of the room. Coco flicks her tail at him and swiftly darts out of the door, casting us a fleeting glance before she disappears. Hey, stranger. Hey, handsome. You come here often? Ezra crawls onto the bed, already rolling up his sleeves, seafoam green dancing between his fingertips. May I? Yes. I nod, remembering the way blood had coated my hands, my injury. Ezra lifts my shirt, and his hands are warm when he presses them over my ribs. I feel a gentle tingle, and when I look down as he pulls his hands away with a smile, there's not even a mark on me. They really don't call you the best healer in Esquire for nothing, do they? Flatterer. It looks a lot. It took a lot to heal. That thing got you good. Aw. I nod, remembering the unmistakable taste of copper upon my tongue and the way Ezra faded from my vision. He takes my hand, squeezing tightly, and before I know what I'm doing, I kiss him again. Of course, I'm gonna kiss him again. We're gonna do a lot of kissing in this chapter. Do it. I surge forward and catch his lips in a kiss, just needing to know he's real, that I'm real. His lips are soft and pliant against my own, and the quiet little noise he makes when my fingers push into soft curls is nothing short of blissful. When he pulls away, still close enough for me to see the way his pretty eyes darken, he's smiling. I've been dreaming about doing that, waiting for you to wake up so I can feel you near me again. Aww. A wound like that would have been a death sentence if not for you. Thank you, Ezra. Would you not have kissed me if there was would you not have kissed me if there was no wound? Do I really have to head into the forest to find another creature for you to do that again? Nah, shut up. I huff a laugh, rolling my eyes playfully before leaning in to pepper his beautiful face with a torrent of kisses. I kid, I would never. I quite enjoy having you in one piece. Good thing I intend on staying that way then. My limbs feel heavy but not sore, as if I haven't used them for a while, and I panic, wondering exactly how long I've been bedridden. How long have I been out? Almost 2 days. After I healed you, physically you were absolutely fine, just exhausted. But I just couldn't wake you. It was almost as if something was blocking you, keeping you back. I push the sheets off my legs, wiggling my toes before I attempt to stand. Ezra watches with a smile as I stretch and successfully walk around the room, but little does he know that I'm wasting time, I suppose, gathering the courage to explain to him exactly why he couldn't lure me from my slumber. He scoots to the end of the bed, patiently waiting while I reorient myself to being mobile. I have some things I need to tell you. Something happened while I was asleep, unconscious, whatever I was. Oh, yes, I had a dream. At least I think I did. I saw James. It was so real. Maybe it even was real. Yes, tell him about the initiation, tell him about Harry and James. Well, I'm gonna obviously tell him about both, yes? We were at my academy, the place where I became who I am, where I grew up. It was so weird to be back there. It was like everything came flooding back, things that I feel I was supposed to forget. Ezra listens, patient. James took me through the initiation. It's something I've always longed to understand. I'm sure all hunters do, but I swallow thickly, staring deep into his eyes, gauging his reaction as the words spill from my mouth. The ritual, I take a deep breath. They fed us blood, vampire, demon, lichen, fae. I am who I am because of the things I am who I am because of the things I live to hunt. As his shock slowly dissolves, and he stands to take my face in his hands. This doesn't mean you're any less human. Finn is still Finn, even without a beating heart. Omen is still Omen, even though he was born to, quite literally raise hell. He laughs when I laugh, and I curl my fingers around his wrists, holding his hands in place and leaning gratefully into his touch. My point is that you're still Hana, no matter what. That doesn't define you. I think it will just take a little time to come to terms with, I suppose. I mean, I've lived in blissful ignorance for long enough, right? Regardless, I am sorry that they did that to you. To think that they're messing with such things is terrifying. I swallow thickly, carefully removing his hands from my face, lacing our fingers together. That's just the thing. I don't think they've stopped there. Yes. Haha, I'm gonna tell you about this. He also showed me memories of him and Harry, almost as if he was trying to make me see something, little glimpses of their life together, and there were a shift in the way they interacted. James wrote Harry a letter that night he died, and they argued prior to that. James kept asking him to think about what he was doing. He seemed distressed. He holds a lot of guilt over what happened. He told me that much. He said he should have killed the creature when he had the chance. It would certainly be out of character for James to hesitate. I nod, remembering James's words, his disappointment in himself. Any good hunter knows that hesitation means death, and James was one of the best. He didn't survive the creature he faced in his time by being complacent. The thing that killed him, or the person that killed him, he knew them. That's why he hesitated, that's why he died. Ezra shakes his head, sadness clouding his features. Oh, James. Yes, silence hangs between us for a moment, and I take a seat beside him. What does this all mean? I was foolish enough to think it might have ended with that creature. Me too, but it seems to run much deeper than a new species appearing and terrorizing the town. That thing was created, but I don't know why. I can't help but wonder. Did you ever hear any rumors about what we are? Being a witch and being around the enforcers, I imagined there were whispers. He shrugs, fiddling with the hem of his tunic. I personally always assumed it was a transfiguration spell of some kind, something to grant you heightened senses. I never really thought about it that much, strangely. Maybe I should have paid more attention, but I doubt many know the true nature of it. Harry does. Oh, well, yes, I imagine he does, doesn't he? He shakes his head. It's all such a mess. I understand you have a hard task on your hands, even harder now. Yeah. With a heavy sigh, Ezra rests his head upon my shoulder. I have so many things to question, so many lies to uncover, but in this moment, all I can think about is the warm body beside me. The person who makes all this seem worth it somehow. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I do know that I'm glad to have you by my side. He lifts his head, his smile blinding, bright enough to take my breath away. I'm glad to be by your side. It was an honor to see you fight. Same to me, man. You look magical. I reach up to touch the dark curls that falls across his brow, pushing it aside. My fingertips brush his temple in a tender caress, and Ezra practically melts under my touch. It's revolutionary to see that I have such an effect on him, and suddenly I don't quite know what to do with myself. Hana, yes. Yes, yes, yes! We're gonna do this, yes! Of course we're gonna do this. Yes! We're gonna... we have these two options. Let's let him lead. Let's do that. So a palpable tension hums between us, an unspoken desire that we both seem to feel, hitting us like a maelstrom. Yes. Yes! Oh my god, Ezra, you tease. Wordlessly, Ezra begins to unbutton his tunic, parting the fabric with a steady hand. Oh my god, you're so beautiful. Stop! You're beautiful. You're even more beautiful. I can practically feel the weight of his intent gaze, the way he looks at me as if I hung the moon, the stars too. The more I see more and more of his rusted skin revealed, and he curls a finger at me. Come here. Oh yes. Oh yes, I will. As if compelled, no hesitation, I go to him. Ezra guides me back against the mattress, settling between my legs, his hands splayed upon my knees. Oh wow. Oh wow. His long lashes dip seductively, and we're so close now that every moment feels like a prelude to a kiss. Our foreheads touch, and I take a moment to just bask, to allow myself to commit this very moment to memory. Then Ezra reaches for me, his fingers tracing my jaw. I love you, Hana. Yes, I do too. I look at him, my breath catching in my throat, and Ezra is flushed and beautiful above me and offering me everything he has. His heart most importantly. I love you too. Yes, I love you 3000. He bridges the in that infinitesimal, oh my god. He bridges that infinitesimal space between us and catches my lips in a kiss. His impossible warmth and magic seeps through that point of contact. My breath stutters and we both press closer, bodies seem tight as he blindly reaches to unbutton my shirt with clever fingers pushing it off my shoulders. He then slips a hand around the back of my neck, his fingers curling at my nape in my hair. I want you, Hana, more than anything. Yes! Give it to me! I don't respond with words, don't need to. I make a soft noise against his mouth, my fingers sliding into those dark curls, and I eagerly part my lips for the first slick of his tongue. Ooh, tongue, yes. I shudder as he covers me, aching for him, and I lose myself in Ezra in messy, grateful waves. He breaks a kiss with a serrated gasp, smiling at me in a way that tells me he's going to be a surprise, that he's going to prove anyone who ever dared to call him sweet wrong. Oh, okay! Okay. Ooh, shit! Oh, shit, son! Shit! Okay! Okay! And then with the click of his fingers... Ooh, lights out! Oh my god! Turn the lights down low, Ezra! What? Every light in the room is snuffed out and we're bathed in darkness. Nothing but the quiet rustle of sheets, the mattress shifting under the weight of our bodies. Just him and I, joined as one, pushing one another to the edge. Oh my god! Damn, girl! Oh my gosh. Okay, dust to dust. Here we go. Okay. The morning after. Oh my gosh. I hope I'm still in one piece. Though no sunshine peeks through the covered windows in Ezra's bedroom, I feel an impossible warmth when I wake by his side. I open my eyes and I look over at the man who shares the bed with me, still asleep, curled against my side, with one arm flung across my waist. I watch his chest rise and fall with a silent joy, and I'm sure my heart beats in sync with his. My gaze traces the smattering of freckles that litter his shoulders, over the bridge of his nose and against cheeks flushed pink with sleep. His expression is so soft in his slumber, and I take the time to study his features carefully. There's a temptation to just lean in to brush my lips across his brow, then do it. But booty. As if he senses my thoughts of betrayal, Ezra murmurs, edging a little closer, his fingers twitching against my bare skin. Then a single emerald eye cracks open, and he smiles. Are you watching me sleep? Yes. Maybe. An expanse of tantalizing, bared, warm, rusted skin calls to me, and I reach out to run my fingers over the constellation of freckles that sweep across his shoulders. He laughs, his nose crinkling with the joy of it, and he slides closer until our bodies are seamed tight. I can't find it in me to mind, not when I wake to such a sight. I find myself staring maybe a little too much, but his eyes are so very green, so beautiful, bright, and fixed upon me as if he never wants to look at anyone else. Are you still tired? Define tired. I shake my head before I've really considered it. It's not like we got any sleep last night, but somehow I feel better than ever, refreshed. Not tired, just content. Ezra pulls on a beautiful blue robe, tying it around his trim waist. Yes. He smiles again, one of his legs draped over one of my own, his arms still tight over my waist. It's still early, you know. I know. Oh, really? He bites his lips in that way that I've come to learn brings me to my knees. Really? Okay. I see where you're going with this. Okay. Sure. Yes. He tips his chin, a signal that I eagerly respond to by pressing my lips to his. It takes us a little time to fall back into the way we were last night, hands in hair, limbs entangled, bodies thrumming with an urgency and a need for one another that doesn't seem like it could ever be sated. I commit to learning every inch of him, to memorize every freckle, and we do a wonderful job of forgetting the daunting tasks that lie ahead of me. Time fades when I'm with Ezra like this, and that could very well be viewed as a plus to some, but not when... Ezra, I'm looking for Hana. The matter is urgent and cannot wait. August, I haven't even dressed yet. You're not still sleeping, are you? Oh my god. The door handle shakes, and Ezra and I watch with wide eye as it opens, my enforcer appearing without a care in the world as both of us tumble graciously to the floor. Hello, yes. Terribly sorry, yes. August is red, but I decide that I'm probably a brighter shade. Gus, maybe you should give us a moment? Yes. Yes, of course, right away. Yep. They're cute. They disappear, moving faster than I think any human ever has. Well, that's what you get for not just, waiting for that signal, August. You need to wait until we say come in. Well, shit, that was horrendously awkward and embarrassing. Yes, all of that. Double cheeked up on this Thursday. The sun's still out. Sun's still up. Like, I'm sorry, August. Why did you do that? Well, that particular cat is out of the bag. I guess it's time to get back to reality. Yes, I sigh, reluctantly gathering my clothes from where they're strewn across the floor as Ezra quickly dresses himself. Certainly looks like it, yeah. So I reach out and attempt to tame his wild curls, smiling when they refuse to go back into their rightful place. He still looks perfect, yes. I love you. I love you too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's very eventful. That was really funny though. August had to be the one to walk in on us instead of, I think it was, Raven. I think it was because we were over at Finn's place when we were doing Finn's and Ezra's route. So anyway, let's skip on over and see where this takes us now. So we are in the process of touching face with everybody. I think Piper is the first one we touch face with, and we obviously spill the beans on how hunters are created, basically. So Hana, yes. She hauls herself on the ground, kicking aside the splintered wood with a grunt. Oh, are we just gonna spar and she's just gonna be like really super mad? Okay, so yes, we do fight, we spar with her, and then of course in the midst of it, we are able to either choose between distracting her by attacking her or yielding to her. I said to distract her last time, I think, and I am going to yield this time. So I'm here to talk to her, not to assist with her obviously so desperately needed distraction. So I raise my hands in surrender, and her answering groan tells me it's not the outcome she wanted. Sorry, Piper. Spoil sport. You could have had me then. A quick swipe to the legs from that angle, and I'd be down there with you. She throws her staff aside and offers me her hand, tugging me to stand. I didn't come here expecting this, in fairness. Did I catch you off guard? So I bark an incredulous laugh, watching her eyes crinkle at the corners when her grin widens at the noise. Touché. She pauses, eyeing me warily. Yes. So let's skip on to that. We're going to actually spill the beans. Okay, so here we are. We are at the pinnacle point in which we can sympathize with Harry or we can sympathize with Piper. Last time I really went back and forth on this because I didn't know his side of the story yet, and I didn't want to like jump to any sort of conclusions. But this time, I feel like I wanna go all the way in this because I think we left off Finn and Ezra's route on terms where we condemned Harry and we like basically locked him away forever. So maybe this time I'm going to go to the route, that path where we can actually sympathize with Harry and maybe have him be put onto trial. Yeah, that'd be good. Let's just do that. Because last time we already did. We already sympathized with Piper saying it's wrong. So I'm beginning to think he might. So the context of this is that, yeah, so he better have a really good fucking explanation for all this, like in terms of like, him being behind the whole monster. So, yes. So he has to, right? I mean, this can't be all for nothing. There has to be an end game, something that will fix whatever he thinks is broken. Yes, so Piper stares at me with a barely disguised fury. You are shitting me, right? What he's done cannot be excused. So if the prick all of a sudden discovered how to banish every creature that wanders this wretched realm, it still wouldn't excuse the crimes he's committed. Then she looks at me, her expression neutralizing. What he's done is wrong, Hannah. Yes, so that could be you and I. I swallow the lump that forms in my throat, almost suffocates me. She's searching my face, looking for an answer. I can't give her one. I'll talk to him. We'll work it out, I promise. Piper scoffs, rubbing her dirty hands off her trousers. You sound so convinced. Then, without so much as sparing me another glance, Piper stalks off into the forest, leaving her equipment behind. And she's mad. Obviously, she's mad. So, okay, off we go. We're going to go talk to Elaine, I believe. So I approach the Ibex with the same level of caution and awareness I always do, even though I'm now quite well acquainted with its inhabitants. Oh yeah, we meet her. So there's a young woman standing at the doors, and she straightens when I approach. Something in that single movement, not to mention her attire and the pistols that decorate her holsters, suggests a trained fighter. But when she meets my eyes, there's only a curiosity there, not wariness. I remember Harry mentioning a guard who works at the Ibex sometimes, Lux, or Raven's partner. Perhaps this is her. Hunter Lee, I assume? Yes. I nod, offering her a small smile. She appraises me for a moment, and then her wariness fades. She sticks out her hand with great enthusiasm and grins from ear to ear when I take it. It's nice to finally meet you. Likewise, may I enter? So she inclines her head and steps aside, arms crossed. I'm not gonna stop you. So I give her a polite nod and quickly move along, able to feel her eyes on my back until the door swings shut and spares me from her attention. Okay. Let's continue on with our interview. Okay, so yes, here we are talking to Elaine, and we are obviously offering her, or alluding to the fact that, yes, we don't know what to do with Harry and what he's done. So not particularly, but there's a distinct and uncomfortable feeling that the more I talk to Elaine, the more likely she'll get upset. That feeling is accompanied by the gut-deep knowledge that the princess is not like the prince. She wears a human glamour as firmly and as easily as Omen does, and their eyes have the same kind cast. But she looks at me like a demon looks at a mortal, and I don't know if I want to see the version of me that's reflected in her eyes, not right now. Not with Harry and what he's done weighing on my soul like a stone-hard burden. So yes. So no, we don't talk to Elaine on this thing, we talk to Omen, obviously. So Omen gives me a one-over as he approaches, and the expression on his face is sincerely, almost insultingly sympathetic. You didn't come to pray. Yes, no, I didn't. Maybe I should. He looks at me again, tail swaying gently. I want to talk. I want to tell him my purpose. Blah. Yeah, I want to tell him my purpose myself. My purpose myself, so he won't have to guess, but the words don't come out. Because I don't know. At this point, I'm just wandering aimlessly, trying to kill time to avoid the inevitable. Elaine is gone, but I don't know what I can tell Omen that I haven't already, and I don't know if I can put the questions I really have for him, for anyone, into proper words. Hannah, my sister has told me that you were looking for me. Something like that, yes. So I study Omen for a moment. Compared to Elaine, he's closer, maybe even truly comfortable around me. But I shouldn't forget he's not one of us. I must apologize. So Omen blinks, then inclines his head. The words come out of nowhere, even though I'm not sure that it was wise that I've let them out, but he doesn't seem surprised. Whatever you want to apologize for, it's not necessary. I caused disturbances when I came here, that much I can't deny. All to be free from my father. I thought then that only I would suffer the consequences, not that it would affect others so severely. I was a fool. Powerful things always break something else when they attempt any change. You're not responsible for the things Harry did. Thank you for saying that. Still, I put this trouble before him. Maybe he wouldn't have been driven to these means otherwise. I frown at him, not because I completely disagree with him, but because it does make me wonder. I've rarely had the chance to converse with a being so old. Demons in particular have always existed closely to human history. Would it matter if you hadn't or he didn't? It wouldn't, or wouldn't it have, because this is what he's capable of regardless? Omen blinks slowly, his head tilted in that almost unnatural way. He folds his hands and studies me for a moment, then looks at some point past my head. There's a faraway look in his eyes that makes me think he's reminiscing, and what I wouldn't give to be able to read his mind. I think you ask a question meant for a hunter. You destroy creatures when they hurt others, but you must know that all creatures are capable of harm and of evil. Is it wiser for you to kill someone because of its potential to do harm, or kinder for you to not bet its life on your fear? I'm gonna skip on this until he gets to the point where he can ask or sympathize. Okay, here we are. Did I go back and forth between this? I think I said I need to speak with him. I swear to God, I said I need to speak with him. Yeah, so I'm gonna do my opposite answers, but still I'm gonna make it in a way where in the end I'm gonna give him a trial, because that's what we didn't do last time. So okay. So I have to confront him soon as he shows his face. We can't allow this to continue. No, it can't. So it won't be easy. I'd rather you not have to stand before him on your own with no backup. I suspect August will be present. They need closure more than I do. But I don't think you should do anything anyway. If you're sure? Yes, Omen, no worries, man. I'm sure. Harry is an old, wily soldier. I'd rather not confront him with him knowing that I have your ear. If he doesn't know of our involvement already. But I won't do it unprepared. You have my word. I should go. So shaking my head, I step away, and then turn and head for the door. Suddenly the church feels too oppressive. I have to get out, clear my head. Think. So though I know it with a faint feeling of dread, which way my choices will lead. I can feel Omen's eyes on my back until the door closes. Okay. And we go find Alker, I believe. Yes, we do. I'm gonna skip out until, again, we get that prompt. Or not. Okay, so we are here, and we basically encountered Alker, obviously. He's just chilling outside of the IBEC. And we were just like, my thanks. And we were like, for? I might have been convinced that I was mistaken if not for the pout and the defiance on his face. Stifling a grin, I raised my hands in a gesture for peace instead. No need to poke the sensitive wolf today. Waiting for me. I take it you want to talk. Yes, assuming a hell of a lot, aren't you? But right enough. You're about the only exciting thing left in this goddamn town and the whole, yes. Okay, so he's just going on about. Okay, I'm gonna for sure skip over to where he asks us to sympathize or like, whatever. So he's like, humor me, what are you up to? Yes, there we go. Alright, so I actually can't remember this one. Yeah, I actually can't remember what I said for this one. I was going back and forth between everything, and then I was like, I'm going to, like, condemn him in the end anyways. I'll talk with him? Okay, there we go. So I look away every time someone asks this. I ask myself the same question. I hope the answer would come easier, more sure. Perhaps it does come more surely each time, but it's no easier. I'll talk to him. I suppose I'm a general, and though he's my superior, I stopped there. Alker has been remarkably upfront with me about everything, despite his original warning to not trust anyone in this town, including himself. That doesn't mean Hunter's business is for his own 4 ears. It's for his 4 ears. That's an old, easy excuse. In truth, it's more that I don't want to say the words to make them real. Especially not when, with every passing moment, I can't shake the feeling that Harry might have chosen the hard road, but not entirely the wrong one. I'm a general. I'm tasked with the defense of mankind. I've seen streets filled with supernatural beings, supernatural beings, savage slaughter, people that I couldn't save. Would I have made a choice with the same steep consequences had I been him? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, okay. I shouldn't expect anything else, huh? Oh, dang! You don't say it that way. Stop. So I did imagine the disappointment in his voice, but I can't be sure if it's because of my refusal to finish the sentence or if he sensed my turmoil. So one way or another, he and I will talk. Okay, does that satisfy your curiosity? Guess so. Well, I'd better go and put more drinks on somebody else's tab before this town starts missing me. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna skip, and I think we're gonna we talked to Alker. I think we're gonna talk to, who are we gonna talk to now? I think the last person is Augustus, so we're gonna go see them, and that's when everything just goes off without hitch. Almost, because we gotta confront Harry. Never mind, I was wrong. Oh my god, I'm so all over the place in this episode. I'm so sorry, you guys, if you find me so annoying in which I like completely forget what happened just a few seconds ago. Anyways, no, this is Ezra. We're talking to Ezra one last time because I thought we had what we had this morning counted as like a talk or a touch base with him, but I guess not. It's just we're here to discuss completely different matters. Okay, so I love you. I think my stomach twisting unhappily at the thought of anything ever happening to Ezra. Okay, so yeah. So if we go back quickly with the history, the flow of the conversation, of course, is we're very conflicted with what we're supposed to do, and we're just like, I don't know if we should go do this. Like, we really don't want to go do this because we have to confront Harry, and then yeah, so we're just like super worried about the consequences that it's gonna happen after we do. So yes, that being one of them is like Ezra getting hurt because he's involved. So suddenly, annoyingly, I find myself in understanding with Finn with why he distanced himself. The target is on my back, or it will be at least, and as long as Ezra stands so firmly by my side, he'll be my collateral damage. Yes, exactly. Won't he? Yes. He steps forward quietly, cautiously, knowing me well enough by now to see the way I'm falling apart. Wordlessly, he takes my hand, brushing his thumb over my still bruised knuckles. Let me make you some tea? Oh, yes. He dips his head and his pretty emerald eyes sparkle. I'd like that. Yes, give me some peppermint tea or something to calm me. He laces our fingers together and leads me into the back room. Okay, let's get some tea first before we go and we talk to Augustus and confront Harry. I spare the stairs a glance as he busies himself with filling the kettle, wondering if I'd get away with scurrying up there and hiding beneath his soft sheets. Oh, I think we had this before Finn shows up last time, but anyways, regardless. I can quite literally see your thoughts and where they linger, Hannah. Yes, the kettle whistles quietly on the stove as it begins to boil, and Ezra smirks at me, turning to head right for me like a cat stalking its prey. And as much as I love to do exactly as you desire, you happen to be a very important person, and I'd surely have Gus casting a storm above my shop if I keep you here. Yes, he places his palms flat against my chest, his warmth seeping through my clothes down to my skin. He dips his lashes invitingly, and they fan atop freckled cheeks, pink creeping over rusted skin. Yeah, what did I do? Oh, yes. Either way, I'm going to kiss him. I don't care. Like I said, I already told you guys, I'm going to do it. Kiss him. So, but a kiss wouldn't go amiss, would it? No, not if it rhymed like that. Not if you say it that way. Are you trying to distract me? Yes. He steps closer, our noses brushing as he hums quietly in full contemplation. Is it working? Yes. I can smell a hint of vanilla, of mint, sense that almost long to spark some long-lost memory in me. I draw in a deep breath, filling my lungs with him before I lean in to close that gap that dares to part us. Yes, the low whine he muffles against my lips makes something bloom fierce and bright within my chest. A deep need spikes sudden and fast and hot within me, and my brain short-circuits as it tries to think of all the places I could push him back upon this tiny kitchen. Yes, we thought of these thoughts. Table, sofa, countertop, wall. As if he can detect my skittering, filthy thoughts, Ezra fists the front of my shirt, tugging me closer. Our bodies seem tight, tight enough that I can feel every gentle shift of his lean muscles against me. Then the kettle whistled, loud and obnoxious, tearing us both from the little fit of desperation we kissed ourselves into. He steps back as if he's been shocked, hands held up in surrender. Oh, whoops, I... Shut up, you know exactly what you were doing. It would appear that you almost successfully coaxed me to do as you desire then, Hannah. Naughty. We'll continue this after I go deal with Harry. I exhale sharply, adjusting my clothing, watching as he turns and grabs a noisy kettle and yanks it off the stove. Sorry. Not sorry. He hums, purrs even. You never need to apologize for making me feel like that. Yes, the tea is poured into his pretty little cups and handed to me with an almost shy smile, and we take a seat upon the table. I run my hands through my messy hair, trying to tame it, and he watches me with a fond gaze over the rim of his cup. Gus will be with you, won't they? If so, I imagine you and them will be more than capable of handling anything Harry tries to throw at you. Questionable. I've been meaning to ask. What? He sets his drink aside, crossing his arms upon the table and staring me down with those wide, wise eyes. How are you going to approach him exactly? I mean, you've had time to process all of this, a little anyway. Yes. This is where did we even have this? I think we did. I swear we did. I just want to know how he did it. I will end this once and for all. I actually don't remember. I actually honestly don't remember. I sympathized with Alker. Did I say I would condemn him this time? It would only make sense, right? Or unless I just remember wrong and we just never even had this option at all with Ezra because we're romancing him individually, so it changed. But again, I have no idea. I will condemn him once and for all? Oh, whatever. Whatever. I bite my lip, almost wanting to hold back the rage I feel burrowing and bubbling in my chest. We'll find out afterwards. Of course, I'm gonna go back after as soon as I'm done going through this entire thing again. We're gonna go back and we're gonna do all the choices in Ezra's route. Like, all of it. Every one of them. Oh, shit. Maybe I should have done the same thing with, like, Ezra and Finn as well, too. Dang. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out at some point. So the things Harry has done, the things the enforcers have done, centuries of pain and suffering, tearing children from their families and turning them into monsters. I'll put a stop to this, finish it once and for all. He reaches for me across the table, taking my hands in his own and holding it tightly. You'll be careful, won't you? Promise me that. Well, yes. I studied him for a long minute, wanting to respond immediately and with conviction, but I'm unsure of what I might come to face. I'll do my best. Okay, there we go. Who's knocking? I think it's... Oh, yes, it's Finn. It's Finn? I think it's Finn. Anyways, we're gonna skip on that. Oh, no. Or not. So Ezra and I share a smile. Yes. We both stand and Ezra reaches to unlatch the lock that keeps the opening to the catacombs locked while I pull back the rug that covers it. Yes, it's Finn. Hey! Good evening, lovebirds. Hello. Finn again, please. I came as soon as I sensed you were here, Hannah. Are you busy? No, Hannah is on her way to see August. Yes, I am. Finn crinkles his nose at that, apparently unimpressed. I see. Well, I was hoping I could steal you away for a little while, actually. Oh, yes. Oh. Nothing nefarious, do not fear. Fiero longs to speak to you. Oh, yes, we did talk to him. Oh? Does he have more information? Well, he shrugs. Yeah, I'm not sure. He's not exactly a man of many words, so if he's asked for you, then I take it that he has at least something to tell you. Yes, he definitely isn't just wanting to see how you're doing. I see. Well, considering I'm still avoiding going to August, we could go now? Excellent, yes. I press a kiss to Ezra's cheek to bid him farewell, stepping to join Finn as he bends to open the hatch. See you later? Yes. I nod, hoping that I can return to him sooner rather than later, after that. Yes. Of course. Into the hole you go, yes. Ezra and I both look at him with blank expressions, and he merely rolls his eyes, sighs, and ushers me onwards. I think Fiero's just gonna give us advice on how we should approach Harry. I think that was the context. Fine. Oh no! He revealed the fact that it was Aya. Yes, Aya was the one who was beside his cell when he was busted out of it. Before he was busted out of it, and so he's just here to tell us the bad news that yes, the missing girl Aya, the enforcer or the hunter, she's down there, and there she's like all sorts of fucked up. Okay, so Fiero casts me a final lingering glance before he disappears into the darkness. I can't help but feel like he sensed something in me that he didn't like. But, oh, whatever it was, I'm unsure. Uh-oh. Is everyone catching on to the fact that I'm sympathizing with Harry? I closed the door to his quarters, finding him sitting upon his bed, 2 glasses of his favorite poison clenched in his hands. Oh yes, yes, I would love the drink, yes. But we're gonna skip out on that because we already had it. Oh wait, no. We took the drink, but this time, last time we took the drink, this time, of course, we're here to say no thank you. Ah, shoot. So I'm fine, thank you, yes. He smiles, winking at me as he pours a second drink into his own glass. Oh my goodness gracious. Bottoms up. And drinks the majority of the rich amber liquid in one swift swig. I miss being drunk, you know, just the peace it used to bring me. Which wasn't necessarily a good thing, but oh, did I have my fun. His laugh is wistful, and I wonder how long a vampire lives before they begin to forget their human days. I daren't ask him, for I didn't want to sour the mood, but one day maybe. Okay, so let's skip on this. Yes, yeah, we gotta just have a little bit of a deep talk, a heart to heart. Okay, here we go. This is the important bit where we need to either condemn or sympathize with Harry. What did I say here? I'm beginning to lose everything, every memory of this entirety. Did I say confront him? No, I said to condemn Harry with Ezra. Okay, so I want to understand him. So I ponder my response because truly my thoughts are still jumbled, anxiety mounting. But the way I'm feeling right now, I'm not sure Finn wants to hear. I'm not entirely sure there's so much to wade through. I just want to understand why he did it. Finn frowns deeply, staring down into his lap, pointedly not looking at me. No sound-minded man would make the decision that he has. Of that much, I'm sure. You should be careful. Yes, I don't think Harry will want to harm me, nor August. Finn looks at me like I've gone mad. He's directly responsible for the death of his husband. You and August are just collateral damage at this point. He killed Levi, or Levy. That seemed like an impossible feat to me for a very long time, centuries even. He had James to help him, didn't he? As solid as Finn's points are, I still do not think Harry wants to harm me. Yes, he called me here for a reason, and as I am still very much alive, I am determined that I might finally, oh my god, I can't read either, finally find out what plans the Lieutenant General truly has for me. He wants to turn you into one of his little monsters. Be careful, I swear it. Finn doesn't seem convinced, his gaze unmoving, fixed and held. Right, of course. Okay, can we go? Yes, we gotta go finally meet August. Okay, there we go. So this is the final moment before we actually, like, confront Harry. And, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, let's just go here. Let's just go down to here. There we go. So let's sympathize with him. I don't think he's evil. I steal my gaze, needing them to hear this for what it is. Evil may not be the right word to use just yet. We don't know why he did it. Maybe his reasons aren't as nefarious as we assume. Maybe Harry had the right idea. Maybe we're too weak to ever beat them. So fighting fire with fire was the thing we needed. To push aside our precious morals and actually fight with everything we have at our disposal to survive by whatever means necessary. Become more than we are and show them just how. Oh, I don't understand. The way they look at me. Disappointment maybe, definitely confusion though. But August is clearly fighting a war within themselves to rationalize this, just as I am. What if there's more to all of this? It's easy to be hurt first before trying to understand the other person, and that might be unfair to Harry. You said it yourself, he's a good man. That's all I've ever really known of Harry, that he is kind, brave, and always does the right thing. So why should I disregard all of that now and paint him as the bad guy, when Harry could be the only one looking to save us? I want to believe that a good man had good intentions, and we're only seeing a fraction of the big picture. We face the unknown on a day-to-day basis, so why should we not allow Harry some benefit of the doubt when we do the same for others? The question hangs heavy in the air, and August wraps their arms around themselves, almost as if they're keeping the pieces of their mental state from falling apart around them. August looks at me, and there's something there, maybe hope, but they avert their eyes before I can decide. They lick their lips, a slight shiver to them when they let out an uneasy breath. I think we should just go. Get this over with. Yes, they eye me almost warily, and I decide to keep any further thoughts on the matter to myself. For now. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go meet Harry. We're gonna see how mad he's become, and we're actually going to maybe go along with him. I don't know. Let's see. I'm like taking a completely different route in this entire thing. Okay, yes, we are here at this point in which we can tell we're trying to convince Harry to, I guess, like, we were trying to reason with him basically, and in doing so, we were like, yes. So we spoken to James, we saw him in his dreams, and he's like somewhat alive somehow. But either way, last time I said he's to tell Harry that he loves you still, but this time we're gonna say he wants you to stop, just because I know the whole route in which I'm supposed to sympathize with Harry, and this seems more logical, but it's because I haven't done the other answer, so we're gonna go with he wants you to stop. James doesn't want this, Harry. None of us want this. You have to stop now before it gets even worse. And he's not gonna really care, I don't think. I look at August, and they're still seething, their jaw tightly clenched, hands balled into fists at their side. They suck in a breath and drop their gaze from Harry as if they feel too much shame in looking at him. For a fleeting moment, Harry looks wounded. You must stop, Harry. It's already gone too far. He frowns, dropping his gaze, but there is no warmth in him anymore. Not even the disapproval of his lost beloved can shame him now. I will see it through. I have to. I owe it to mankind. Aha, see? He doesn't care. You disappoint me. Okay, let's go. So this is our moment of truth in which we can condemn his action or we can sympathize. Didn't we say we condemned his actions? Yes, I believe so. And yet I understand him, because we were saying like, you know, what he's done is like, you know, even though it's for us, but it's still wrong, but we can still understand. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, okay, yes. And yet those words toll like a bell inside my chest. My curiosity gets the better of me, and I feel like Harry holds the universe in his palms and he's offering it to me. Tell me how you did it. Yeah, tell me how you did it. Hannah, yes. Something about the way August says my name sends a flash of goose flesh shivering down my arms. I daren't look at them, I can't. Harry's promise has made something deep and dark and primal stir inside me, and I'm both ashamed and elated. Ooh, are we actually? Can we go to a bad ending route? What? Hold on. His demeanor changes, almost as if he finally recognizes a person in a room full of strangers, and he appraises me for a second. You're curious to know how I made them better, how I can help even the odds. Yes. I nod in silence, but I can feel anxiety ripping off of August and waves by my side. Harry looks proud, as though no one had thought to ask him before, or maybe had like an apt student wanting to listen to the counsel of their teacher. He hums a sound of approval and begins. Tell me, Hunter Lee, provided you had the choice to find a way to protect that which you love as I have, would you do it? Would I? Yes. The question rattles around in my brain, as do all the other words I have stood witness to. But more quickly than I had thought, my gut responds. Would I do everything to protect Ezra? Absolutely. Yes, I would. There's pause, and Harry exhales. His eyes flutter and shut, and he smiles. His eyes flutter shut and he smiles, warm and familiar. When he opens them, they're soft and welcoming, as though the three of us had a trivial spat. Then, Hunter Lee, you understand why this must continue and why I expect your cooperation still. Yes, haha, yes, we can condemn Harry by remaining quiet, condemn him but lie to him. Or we can pledge allegiance to Harry. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, so I forgot there was two choices to this, that we actually could go along with Harry but still lie to him about it and not go along with it, which is like the most accurate choice that I personally would take. But no, I actually want to say remain quiet by condemning him. I know we've sympathized with him so far, but it's just like, nope, no. In the end, we're gonna be like, nope. The look August shoots me is sharp, incredulous, their expression cracking open to reveal a vulnerability I've never seen before. It's beautiful but frightening in its own way. As if I can hear them say, no, don't. I hold their gaze, hoping that they can see what I'm doing, that they trust me. Yes, please. They exhale sharply, their eyes frantically flicking between Harry and I, and then they nod. It's quick enough for Harry to miss because it's focused upon me and me alone. I'm the only one he needs. Yes, I nod, but I do not utter the words, because if I did, I'd be lying. Apparently it's enough. Yeah, apparently it's enough to fool him, because Harry smiles. You fool of a man. How dare you kneel before the throne of my lies? Okay, anyways, chapter 8, Red Right. Oh, we're chapter 9 actually, Red Right Hand, but we're ending chapter 8. Okay, so I think it's gonna play out the same way. I can't remember any other choices other than little nicks, little like, every, like, what's it called? Random ones that don't really mean much, I guess, like in terms of, I get, changing the story overall, but we're gonna skip to those.